Join us as we search Alaska and beyond for mysterious creatures, featuring Beans Baxter and Rob Roy Menzies. This is the Alaska Bigfoot Studies.
All right, Rob Roy?
Yes, sir.
Can we get this thing up to 88 miles an hour?
We'll try. We're going to give it our best shot.
All right, here we
You guys
go.
might have to push. Hold on, Banjo. Okay. Over that shit, but
Yep. Look at this tree.
oh
It's
yeah.
like a perfect handhold for a
Yep.
big ape just to climb up.
Oh yeah, all the way up there, and then
Yeah.
a nice little grab onto.
Yeah, sit up there.
It should be the
There's
size.
a gnome hole over there. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob Roy, stick your head in there and go.
Yeah.
That knobby little handhold.
Yep. These are getting old. Too bad the ones will be down. Oh, it's enjoying just this little spot in the woods right here. That's your best start.
A creek and then a power line and a major river.
Yep. And so
Okay.
that's what we have here. Which I always felt when I saw that video, and I've tried to find it so I can send it to you guys so you can watch it, what I'm talking about. But I just found it kind of intriguing that that's his theory of a perfect place to look.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And the power lines are not, it's not because it's just a trail.
Yeah.
That has a little to do with it. It's because it's new growth. They had to plow it down and build the power lines, but so you have fresh berries, fresh leaf, the greenery's all new.
More
so
animals.
They eat it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have seen Sasquatch around power lines.
Interesting.
And they'll use it as a trail as well. But if you have a creek and then a river associated with it,
Yeah.
you're in. But
Mosquito. Always tidbits from Rob.
yeah, just a tidbit. I found that interesting. Not gospel or anything. I don't know.
He's ready.
Banjo's there.
The tree falling. I came back the next weekend to look and see if there were tracks around because there was snow. I didn't see any tracks at all. It looked like it was probably wind that just blew it down. We had a horrible storm in here about 2 weeks prior. So there is a lot of down trees right now. There's a lot of trees that could fall down at any minute too. I think that's what I witnessed actually, is a tree that was on a verge.
Yeah.
But he sensed it or heard it or something before. He was growling and kind of barked, and then the tree fell.
Interesting.
And it freaked me out. So we started hiking up this way towards us, and that's where I started hearing the whistling over there. At first I heard like a ha, almost like a child yelling. That's what I'm walking too, and I was recording. And so I'm kind of being loud, but it sounded like a ha or something, or a woman yelling or something. And I kind of stopped, and then I hear the whistling.
Weird.
So I start whistling, and then it kind of started, I don't want to say whistle back, but that's what it sounded like. I've never had that before. Never.
Yeah.
And you'll see, you can walk over, there's nothing there but the creek. There's no homes, no trail.
Yeah.
There was nobody around. I was the only one on the trail. It was still kind of blowing a little bit. It was really interesting, really interesting. but it wasn't blowing hard.
Yeah.
And I was videotaping, and I stopped videotaping, and he's sitting right there laying down, eating snow, and all of a sudden he looks up and he goes, "Ah, ah," and he gets up, and about, I don't know, it's probably 50 feet in the tree line there, about a 60-foot spruce tree just comes down.
Where?
Crash! It made all kinds of noise. Andrew goes running off right about there, barking at it, and I'm thinking, oh, it's got to be the wind, right? I mean, maybe it's a bear or something. Okay, we'll go. So we started hiking back up the trail, and it was about not even 30 seconds later, I started hearing whistling.
Weird.
I don't know if it's connected or not.
Yeah.
The whistling I cannot explain because it didn't sound like two trees rubbing together.
Yeah.
It sounded like that.
Weird.
It's like me. I'm a terrible whistler. And I would whistle, and it would do it right back.
So weird.
So it was a little weird.
Yeah, that's odd.
But according to Doug Hightrack, here it is. This is the kind of power pole, trail. This is all new growth.
New growth, yeah.
They can eat. This goes on forever.
Miles and
And then
miles.
there's another one that cuts that way.
Wow.
So of course Highland Creek is kind of down there right now. We've lost feet and a little away from it.
Okay.
It's a pretty big scrape.
It's kind of funny. Maybe a bear. It's probably human, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
We're getting close to the area where I find that area I said I found the frog.
Uh-huh.
That's where I found that stuffed animal.
Okay.
So it's a little off kilter. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of people go over there, but a little kid's toy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Flat.
Uh-huh.
If you had skates, you could skate.
Just covered in ice and
You could
snow
probably skate out into that area over there.
in the winter.
Yeah, it was so just flat, frozen water.
Wow.
We've had so much rain and snow.
Yeah.
I think it was the Jack Black movie or something, but I've always called it the Tree of
Oh,
Destiny.
the Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
Tree of Destiny.
Yeah, that's the Tree of Destiny. It's been leaning like that for 25 years.
Wow.
So it's a little landmark, but yeah, beautiful fishing all along here.
I can't wait.
Oh. And the idea was to cross and to go down they wanted to go down to Eagle River. But the kids weren't really dressed for it. The oldest boy, who was only 9, he wanted to go across with me. Now I'm talking the water was up to my knees. That water right there. So it was pretty, for a little creek, it's going for a little kid. He's only 9 years old. But he wants to do it, so we're walking, I'm holding him. And all of a sudden he loses one of his tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Now this is his favorite pair of tennis shoes ever. And the creek is raging. So his tennis shoe went down like a sailboat. I mean, I tried to run after it, forget it. It's gone. It's in Eagle River already. So before I could turn around, he lost his other shoe. So this little 9-year-old lost these 2 little shoes, bright green little tennis shoes, down this creek. I mean, they were flying down this creek. Okay, so all right, I felt really bad. Oh my God, I lose this kid's favorite shoes. Anyway, a month later, I've been coming down here. I come down here every weekend. So a month later, and I've been coming down here. A month later, now we crossed right over there. I walked over there, and I looked about 4 feet into the woods, into the right. Now this is a month after we lost the shoes. There was one of the shoes sitting in the woods, totally soaked, full of water. And I just thought, what?
Like it was placed there.
How in the world? Because we watched it go down. I mean, not slow. It was cooking. And it made no sense. I took a picture. I sent it to the mom, and she's like, "You've got to be kidding." She couldn't believe it either. So, okay, that's amazing in itself. So I kept it. I took the shoe home. 3 days later, I come down here to go fishing again. And I cross the creek over there, and I walk the trail. And there's a trail there, and that trail will take us down to Eagle River. Right? That's the only trail. And Banjo and I spent easily 2 hours down playing in the water on the beach. So the day, and we got to go home, Banjo, come on. So day's over, so we come hiking back. And right there, right on the trail, right in the middle of the trail, was the second tennis shoe.
Placed there.
Like it was placed there. It was right in the middle of the trail. It was not there when we went through. Okay, I reached down and I picked it up. It was completely dry. There was nothing. See, and it had been raining pretty hard, so even the woods, the bushes, everything was still wet, even though it was kind of a nice day. Everything was soaked. But this tennis shoe, the second one, was sitting right there, and it was completely dry. Again, the mom thought I was messing with her, and I thought she was messing with me. But what are the odds, a month later, losing these shoes, and I thought they were in Japan. I mean, I looked. I've been coming down here for a month, and I looked in the little eddies, and I was looking for, man, because if I could find these shoes, I'd be the hero, right?
Right.
Nothing. And then, boom, one right there, and then 3 days later, another one over there. I have asked the fishermen. I've seen a few fly fishermen. None of them said they found a shoe, so it's kind of a mystery, my shoe mystery. But
It's an odd one.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really odd.
A bunch of moose tracks here.
Yeah, check it out.
Hard to say, but it looks like moose.
Yeah, they run through here. The moose are everywhere around here. I saw a moose there. Over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll go over there and see if there's any bears. I'm curious. I want to see if there's any bears.
Oh, look at Chuck. He's got his wheel boots on, his little feet.
He's
gonna get his little toes wet.
What's the sponsor of those?
Oh no.
You're gonna have to send those back, man.
His little feet in the little
leaking
pond.
already.
Oh no. Can you hop onto that rock?
I can, but I'd slip off, and it's like
It's
11
the dust
inches deep
sentence.
right there.
Walk on the
Come
rock and then
straight through here and then cut over this way because it's really shallow right there.
Oh, yeah.
Few bear tracks around, huh?
Here's some over here.
Get a little lawn chair right here. Got my own
Track
little
ways.
beach.
Going right through there.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's bear country.
Bar right there. That little beach.
Oh, that'd be a good
That's
spot
another
for
private
fishing,
spot.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you can get down, like, you can get down here. If you find a spot that you can slide down and get down. There's some cool spots right down there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I cannot wait to fish here.
Yeah, it's fly fishing is awesome. Far. I came down here in the east.
Kind of interesting, like something set it up,
Yeah,
making like a little shelter.
yeah. Or a little marker.
Yeah. Total squatch
You
marker.
can stay out.
Yeah, it's squatchy back here.
I should be whistling. I usually start by around here. There's around here. You gotta be cool to see a lynx.
Yeah.
The lynx are here too. Oh, you need to summon a lynx.
I've seen more fucking ways.
All right. Well, we're in scenic Eagle River, Alaska, and kind of a mysterious falls. I like to call it Mystery Falls.
Yeah.
Where we're at.
Sure.
But I mean, you had some pretty interesting stories from down there. I wanted to see it for myself, and it was bear area, really squatchy.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely bear area. Bear, moose. Very wild. You've got all that environment. You've got the rivers, the creeks, all that foliage, the hiding. It's a perfect environment for all these animals that live around here. So it's quite normal to see them down there.
Yeah.
And around here.
And I'm definitely going to return and do some
Yeah.
fishing. Thanks
I'm
for
glad.
showing me
Yeah,
your.
no, I'm glad. I knew you'd like it.
Yeah.
It's a nice nice spot for fisher, just to get away, get some zen, get some personal time.
Yeah.
Do some fishing. It's quiet, and we never know what you find.
Yeah. And this was a good kickoff to the season for us. This is our first little expedition.
Yeah, that's right.
We just wanted to, the snow was barely melted. There's still ice and snow there, and we just wanted to poke around.
Yeah. The river the creeks are not raging really hard. I'm a little nervous we won't get a lot of water, but Highland Creek will still fill up. We'll still have some great fishing there in Eagle River. So it's going to be a wonderful place to go back to.
So we did see some bear prints. We saw some other vague prints that were larger. We couldn't tell what they were, and we did see some trees stacked together that were probably done naturally.
Yeah. There's lots of tree markers up there.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of that is wind.
Yeah,
we did see the woodpecker.
Still cool to see.
We saw the woodpecker, so that's good.
Yeah. What do you think, Beans?
Yeah, it was a great spot. I think I might have told you guys the story before. When I first got into Alaska Bigfoot stuff, I got a message from someone, and they said that they had it on good authority that there was a Bigfoot in the area of Eagle River. But it was weird because they just made it sound like there was just the one Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's been sightings around here, and the Eagle River Nature Center, I think.
Nature Center in 1977, there was an article. I don't know if it was the Anchorage Times or the Anchorage Press or whatever it was, but it was in the newspaper about two guys that found a footprint and had a sighting out there.
Wow.
And it said that they made a cast. And I cannot find that article anywhere, but the year was 77. I remember that.
The government removed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Another really intriguing, I don't share much with, but my daughter, my oldest, this is when I lived in Eagle River near Eaglewood, and she had a friend named Dallas that lived in Eaglewood, and they said they were on Eagle River, and something on the other side of the river started shaking a tree.
Oh yeah.
And it threw a couple of big rocks at them.
Wow.
And they were probably 13, 14 at the time.
Right.
And I thought they were just lying to me, just joking with me.
Yeah.
But to this day, Kaylee says, no, that happened.
Wow.
It scared the hell out of them. They ran away. So I don't know. My experiences, I don't know. It could be. It's a little strange. And interesting. Those have only happened in the last couple of years. I've been here for 25 years, and I've never experienced anything like I have now. Not that it's much, but.
It's interesting.
It's interesting, but it's a great place to go get away.
Well, it's right on the edge of Anchorage. You're in the suburbs of Anchorage.
It's still very private and wilderness in there,
and it's expanding out. So who knows what's some of the new subdivisions are disturbing and moving around. So who knows?
Yeah,
you hear about them. Kind of staying in the outskirts, but sticking a little close to the outskirts of cities,
right?
So they can access garbage bins and dumpsters or whatever. But it seems like it's got all the elements: the river, the creeks, the wilderness, the privacy, the seclusion. It seems like it's got everything that something like that would need.
Lots of salmon available, berries.
Yeah, lots of fish,
small
and berries,
animals to eat.
and birds and.
It's definitely bear area, though. Brown bear.
Very, very bear thick in here, and your head's on a swivel a little more. Yeah. But it's not too bad, especially when you're armed. It's not so bad.
Doable. I'm definitely going to be doing some fishing and some more poking around.
So,
I appreciate you showing me that.
Yeah, and my trick has always been especially at that trail, is I just talk and sing loud.
Yeah.
And it seemed to have worked. I've never
whistle
had
sometimes.
And whistle. And the only time I had problems when I shut up, I was quiet.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I started singing, and I flushed up a little bear cub, and it scared the hell out of me. But
that's scary. Brown bear cub too.
Yeah, brown bear. So they're everywhere here. Everywhere. Yeah. It'd be great if one just walked through the frame.
That would be awesome. So check out the Bigfoot Art Gallery on Facebook. You can actually order prints from Rob. Check out AlasquatchPodcast.com and order a book from Beans, and we'll keep the videos coming.